Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today I decided to do a renovation on a home in Ravenwood. It is called Moppy Manor, that lot. And the house on the exterior, I kind of like. It's cute. I don't mind it at all. But the interior is a little bit lacking. Want to put a bathroom up here, possibly a second bedroom. I'm not too sure. And then downstairs, it needs help a lot of help. Bathroom just way too big, I think, but we might leave it that size. I don't know. But like the living room, dining, kitchen, it all needs help. And then I need something to do with the entryway. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I do really like the exterior of the house, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to change. I will probably, just thinking out loud, maybe make the yard a little bit bigger. I'm not going to do what I tend to do, which is kind of try to stick with a quote unquote realistic type renovation where the exterior of the house doesn't change, none of the walls change, and I just kind of work on the interior as is. So I leave the shell and all the walls. I might change my mind on that. I haven't yet decided. I have a lot of thinking to do. I have a lot of ideas going through my head, and I'm not sure how I want to incorporate, if I want to incorporate, because one of the things I was thinking was to turn the house so that the entrance is on this side so that it can have a bigger backyard. However, the way that this world is laid out, it only makes sense to have the main entrance off of the main road area, basically. So I have a little thinking to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but just stick with me. I'll figure it out. I usually do. Sometimes I want to pull my hair out as I'm trying to figure it out, but I do figure it out eventually. So anyway, do make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, give me a few minutes. Let me see if I can come up with anything here. The first thing I want to do is just get rid of all this stuff. I am going to delete this fence momentarily. I'm going to keep, at least one panel of the fence so that I can copy and paste it for where I kind of want to place it. So I'm just going to keep one panel of the fence and the gate so that I don't forget about the gate. But everything else I'm going to get rid of, including the mailbox. And hopefully I remember to put the mailbox back because I don't always. But I am getting rid of any landscaping that there is. And do I want to redo the terrain paint? I'm going to leave the terrain paint for now. So that way I can like match it, because I do want to use this terrain paint for sure. If I use any terrain paint, that's what I want to use. So I'm going to put you on a little bit of a speed build and we'll see what I end up with. Wish me luck. think I finally got it. My God, this roof was impossible, but I got it. Tried to rip out my hair once or twice, but that's okay. I really wanted the roof line all the way around here, but it just wasn't working, so it's fine. I like it the way it is. It is not a problem. It will work just fine. Because I thought about adding a little square here, but no, just no. Anyway, so this is what I left the exterior the same. I changed out the windows, as you saw, replaced the windows. I can't put a window here because of the stairwell, and that's all right. Not a big deal. These are off centered from each other, but I don't care. I did finally get my second bedroom here, and this is going to be their regular closet, and this is going to be their large closet there. They have the large bathroom upstairs, which is great. So I did get the 2 bedrooms upstairs, which I love. And then downstairs is the porch. This is going to be the entry. I decided to go ahead and put a wall here where the stairs are. I liked it with the open stairs, but the problem I kept running into was the railing. Because if I did the railing on the left side, it was going to be here, and I'd have to put another railing on top of it, and it was just going to look weird. So, and this is the only railing that I found that would not clip through the wall on the outside. I need the right railing because of the stairs right here. And yes, I could have put a wall here, but I really, really, really did not want to do that. So I just added a wall, and I think that looks all right. Bathroom's a little bit smaller. Living room finally over here with a smaller archway, but it's the same color, so I think it'll work just fine. We've got a kitchen over there, and then the dining room I made a little bit bigger by pulling it out one, which kind of did a thing to my back porch, and it looks like it's still doing a thing to my back porch. Why? I don't know. What is it doing? Is it because there's, oh God, hold on. Why is it doing that? There's no elevation change, so it shouldn't be doing that. Oh God, do I have to rebuild that part? I didn't want to have to do that, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do that. Bring it out to there and then there. And that should give me my spandrel back, right? I hope. Okay, I fixed it. I don't know what the actual problem was, but whatever. It is fixed now, and that is all that matters. Because my word, this roof line was a disaster. It was, I would say, almost near impossible, but I did get it. It just sucked. I'll probably change that, but I don't know yet. I'll find out. What? No, what are you doing? It did the, why is it changing that? What was it? The stairs? No. The fence? Is that what messed it up? Hold on. Yeah, it's the fence. Why is the fence messing it up? That's dumb. No, I need the fence there, and I want the spandrels there too. Oh man, let me figure something out. Hold on. So the only way I could fix that was by bringing this back porch out to the left one more tile. So I pulled over the roof and everything, added the fence back in, and now it's fine. I don't understand why it was doing that in the first place. I also had to replace my freezes a couple of times, but I don't know why that was happening. It's just weird. I don't think I've ever noticed that happening before. I mean, maybe it has happened. I just didn't notice it. I don't know. But anyway, it was weird and I didn't like it. I hate it. Okay. So essentially, this is what I'm working with here. And I am not going to bore you with the step-by-step process on it because it's going to take me a minute. I want to stick with kind of Gothic revivalist, maybe. Why is this the only house that looks like this? Oh, no, that one kind of looks like it, but it looks better than this one. Maybe I'll change out the spandrels and the freezes. I think that's what's going on because I don't really see most of the other houses in the neighborhood looking like this. So let me play around a little bit with the exterior and the interior decor. And when I come back, I will have a finished build for you. So don't go anywhere. Just blink. Okie dokie. I am all done. Check it out. It is finished and I like it. I say that a lot lately. That's okay. I do like it though. It's cute. It's, well, it's kind of like a modern Gothic is what I was thinking in my head. I changed out the windows to be a darker, like inner part of the window. And I tried changing the exterior by looking at, the neighboring homes in the area, but I just couldn't find anything that worked for me. So I went back to the original. All that work, I think it was about 20 minutes or so that I was looking for a wall. And I was like, screw it, we're going to stick with the original. So I did. I did change out the spandrels though, because the other ones were just hanging too low and I didn't like it. So I did change that out. I moved the fence around a little bit more. So I had the gate over here, and like a dummy, I didn't realize that, well, no. I moved the door over. So then I had to move the gate over, which meant I had to kind of redo the front part of the fence a little bit, which is fine. I don't mind. I like how it ended up. I think it's really cute. I think it works really well. Looking at it though, on its face, it was very bland and boring in the front. So I added the vines, climbing vines and stuff. I had originally put in like the dead vines, but it didn't look right because I didn't want it to be a creepy mansion kind of thing. So I added these vines instead. And I think those all by themselves just kind of perked it up real quick. Added some bushes here in the front and around the side a little bit. And then in the back, I also added some bushes along the fence line. And I didn't do anything else in the back at all. I did, however, change the flooring on the back patio and the front porch. I think that works a little bit better. I redid the terrain paint and I left this side nice, plush green lawn with a little bit of dirt spots, for the swing and the tree and everything. But on this side, I kind of dirtied it up a little bit more because this is where they do their gardening and their farming and whatnot. They've got their bees and their insects there. And then if they want to take a little quick break, they can take a little break under the tree on the little bistro table. And I think that was a great idea, if you do say so myself. I did change the roof. It's the same roof, but I changed the swatch to the black swatch and then did a black trim. And I like how that turned out. I was going to change out the freesia or the wall trim and the pillars and all of that to black to match the roof, but it was just too much. I wanted it to be light and fun. So I went back to this original color and I'm glad that I did. I think it looks really good. That's about it outside. So let's go inside and I will walk you through. So here, as you walk in through the front door, you are greeted in the entryway. So you have a little place for your mail, your shoes, your coats. We got a little bit of wall decor on the walls, including some sconces on either side of the door, which I think looks really good. And a tiny little table in the middle with some roses because I wanted to, and then a chandelier up top. I tried to use as much life and death as I could, but it doesn't always work that way. I'm sure I used a lot of packs and we'll find out soon how many packs those actually were. But this is the entryway. I do hate that these walls are so high, but if the walls were any lower, it wasn't going to look good from the outside at all. So over on this side is the half bath, and it is a small bathroom, but they have white toilet and sink with the dark brown curtains and the mirror. The curtains I made smaller by 2 and placed them there, as well as the middle one, and added a little bit of wall decor just to have something. And a white little fuzzy rug for your feet or for your guests' feet. Anyway, so this door here is going to lead you out back to the little porch that takes you out to the creek right there. Here is, it's not really an entryway. It's kind of a passageway, I suppose. And I wanted swoopy curtains, so I decided on these, the red ones. I really, really like them. A little accent table with some clutter on them, and then some plants in either corner with, again, some sconces and a chandelier as well. So there's plenty of light. There's plenty of light in all the rooms. This one here, we do have some wall decor, and that's weird, and plants, the same chandelier and everything all the way around. That is a TV, but they don't have to watch the TV. They can if they want to, but they don't have to. It's more or less art than a TV. But I used the life and death rug and couches with the little table, little tray. We've got a nice fireplace with some precisely placed knickknacks. And then I added some shelves here on the windowsill. No, I added some plants on the windowsill. And then a little corner desk with its own little lamp for lighting. So that is the living room. And again, I hate the tall walls, but what are you going to do? And then we go into the kitchen. It's not the biggest kitchen. Doesn't need to be. It's quite all right. It has more than enough space, more than enough cabinetry. Again, curtains on the windows. I made this one smaller by 1 and this one smaller by 2 so it would fit properly. And a little bit of clutter, the trash can, of course, aprons, pots, pans, all that stuff, and some propagating plants in the window, which I like that. I like having like a shelf or something in front of the window and adding the propagating plants on it. I think it just is a nice little touch. And then, of course, my giant fork and spoon up there. Gotta have them. And then we go into the dining room with the blue table, blue curtains, and then like wainscoting with wallpaper and some decor on the walls. Little plants in the corner and whatnot. Kind of like how it turned out. It's a little simple, but I like it nonetheless. I think it's cute. It works. It's kind of, like I said, Gothic modern or modern Gothic, whichever way you want to call it, I suppose. Nothing in the stairwell, but you come up to the landing and we have a little runner rug kind of at an angle in the hallway so that it would fit well. Curtains on one side each of the windows with a painting in the middle and a modern painting on that side. So it's, you know, your old Gothic meets your modern Gothic, I suppose. And then we've got the bathroom here. This is the shared bathroom for both bedrooms upstairs. So it's the same bathroom stuff. The sink and the bathtub are from Life and Death. And then another painting, different swatch, same curtains, and your shower over here in the corner. So that's kind of fun. And then this is the daughter's bedroom, maybe son's bedroom. I'm not sure, but it's all red and cream with a little gray. They have a pet crow. So there you go. A little bit of clutter, his favorite book. And there's 2 different pictures. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then the curtains that surround the bed, which I love to do, and then some posters and more decor up there. So yeah, I think this room looks kind of cute. It's not so bad. Now, if we leave this room and turn around and go down the short hallway, we go into the parents' bedroom, which I absolutely adore. I love how this turned out, but let me tell you, finding curtains in this deep emerald green was almost impossible. I think there's like 3 different curtains, 2 or 3 different curtains, and this is one of them. And I love it. It works. It is absolutely 100% exactly what I wanted. Not a lot of decor, but there is some up on the walls, as well as some hanging plants. They got a quilt rack over there, a little decor over there under that picture, and then their double closet as well. So that is the parents' bedroom. I love it. God, I love this room so much. It's just so, like, awesome. I don't know what else it can be, but awesome. I have no words. So I didn't change a ton of stuff in the house. I made a couple of rooms a little bit bigger, added some walls, whatever, but it really isn't too big of a change. But there's the master bedroom with the double closet, the teens' bedroom with their closet, the hallway, and the shared bathroom. And then downstairs, entry, stairwell, half bath, dining, kitchen, living room with office, and the walk-through or pass-through room, I suppose. And then the porch, I just put some plants. That's it. What do you think? Do you think I did a good job, like, redoing this house? Do you like what I did? Would you have done it different? And what would you have done different? Let me know. I would love to know what you think. But you're always welcome to leave any and all other comments, questions, and suggestions down below. Do also feel free to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all, have fun.